Hey there YouTube, Genji here, and welcome back to my playthrough of Blue Prince, where hopefully in this episode we are finally going to be getting into room 46. We know all the steps we have to take, all the puzzle pieces are falling into place, we just have to hope that the drafting gods will be on our side, so let's see how lucky we can get in today's run. Trying to think of what other puzzles we also have to unravel to see just how much we're going to have to get done today. So it's day 16. We do have to hit the door that we opened up in the last episode because we ran out of steps before I could get back out there and check it out. So let's do that first thing, and then we'll wrap around and hit the outer room, and then we'll head back inside. There's usually not too much to discover in here. If just recalling from the Gemstone Cavern and the Apple Orchard, there were, there's some notes, which I guess we're gonna hit that next, because I just seeing the trees over there reminded me of the sheet music from the music room mentioning white trees. Oh my goodness. Well, this is not what I expected to find in here, but I understand now why it allows us to connect to a remote terminal. This seems awfully sophisticated for 1993, although I suppose it is still using CRT screens. 1-100. Time to hit the notebook. So 1 space 100. Some binary. Are there more of those? 1 2 1 2. There's a screen that's off here. There is a computer terminal here. We can't interact with any of these. Let's see, we have this sequence. I mean, this could be taken as individual squares, right? Or as individual columns, but this seems, if it's individual columns, it's awfully long for their standard password code. Most of the codes in this game, I think every code in this game so far, has been 4 numbers. But I've also learned that nothing is unintentional in this game, so there are codes inscribed in everything. What is this? A small data microchip. Looks like it might be able to be plugged in somewhere. Huh. It also looks like something else might be able to be plugged in here. Oh, well, what's this? Oh, we need to bring other microchips here. Now, I'm curious. We can take this. What happens if we end our run with it in our inventory? Does it go back here, or does it disappear? I'm going to assume it's going to have to come back here. So then the question becomes, do we need to take this and bring it somewhere else, or are we only concerned with finding other microchips and bringing them here? I don't know. Let's see. We know that shape is one of the country symbols. I can't really see this one. Nah, this one's just a single square. Okay. Let me out. So, let's see. I assume this is not going to open until we get all the microchips plugged in here. So what does this do? Blackbridge. Blackbridge Network Administrator Controls. Oh, this is the note from the staff quarters, right? It was something to do with... Note that down. Rota. Something to do with Mr. Rota's name. We have not found his full name yet, and I assume it's not going to be Swan Song. That's just the staff login. Yeah. Rota. Admin not found. Rota. Okay, so we'll have to come back to that. One, two, three, four. There's only 6 numbers on this keypad. Very strange keyboard. Is it, I mean, it's base 6? What else? So this could be a password for a safe, maybe? It is 4 letters. I don't see anything else to interact with in here. I don't want to spend an undue amount of time just looking around in here. Yeah, that's out. Okay. So we'll come back when we've got more information on either the admin key or the microchip. But let's quickly run over to the apple orchard. Because if I remember from the sheet music, it said something about among the white trees, something stone. And as far as I can remember, these are the only white trees I've seen in the game. So there's going to be something with a stone here, perhaps. I do see a lot of stones, so all of the pieces are here. Oh. There are circle markings. Let's see, we know from the cloister that you can click on things that don't necessarily have a hand marker. I don't know if there's a secret button here or if we have to make them all line up. If we're looking for one that's pointing in a specific direction. What could it be? We can't stand on the stones. Is that an intentional marking? We can stand on some of the stones. Okay, I think that's just part of the stone texture. Okay, yeah, there's dots on everything. On the trees. We are kind of going at this puzzle missing some information. We are missing 2 of the music sheets. So I'm guessing it's these stones they're calling out, because these 2 kind of stand out. They're a different texture than the other stones. I don't think there's a position you can stand in where you can see all the circles, because some of them are facing in opposite directions. Counting them, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Do we have to dig? Maybe come back with a shovel? Could be that, although normally it'd be like a pretty blatant dig spot. But it is a hidden puzzle. Wait, does the height on the tree? I just noticed this one is much lower. There does seem to be like notches, so is this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, you're much lower. 1, 2, 3, you're much lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's 10 trees. This is going to wind up being a numeric code then? Are we counting? So we know most of the numeric puzzles need to derive 4 numbers, at least everyone we've seen so far. The only way I could see to turn this into 4 numbers is to count the number of trees that have each number of the knots are at each at a matching height, right? So, for example, This one's a 3. This tree is a 3 because it's got a circle and the third notch. So we've got, if I write down, gotta find some space in my notebook here. Might have to put a new page in. Trees, 3. So we've got 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So we've got 1 3-notch tree. All right. It's the only one that I can see. All right. So next we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we know there's a 4 notches as well. So let's do them in order, I guess. So it's 1, 3, 4. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's not that. So we've got 1, 3, 5 4s. And we're going to go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've done that one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've got 1, 5. And then 6. That's 3. Get around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2 6s. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 3 6s. So we should have 10 total. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's our full count of the trees is 1 3, 5 4s, 1 5, 3 6s. So we have a code. I have no idea what it's for. Unless there's a safe somewhere hidden in the music room that I missed. I mean, I've only been in there once, so it's possible I missed some things in there. I'm sure there's probably a number of rooms that I've missed hidden puzzles in. We're going to hit the outer room and get our bonus for the day. Trading post, root cellar, or tomb. Rooms in your house are more likely to contain dig spots today. Time you draft the dead end in your house, spread 5 in the tomb. That's pretty good. The only issue is that you have to waste a bunch of steps running back out to the tomb to actually collect those gold. Maybe root cellar. I'm tempted to do either root cellar or trading post. I want to see if the trading post has another one of those puzzles in it. Let's do root cellar. Oh, damn. We definitely need the shovel. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 dig spots in here. It's a shame the shovel can't spawn in here, though. That would be amazing. That would be a great early game boost. Alright, let's get back inside. Okay, so our goal, our primary goal is going to be to get into the antechamber. Do we... Crap. Do we... Well, I'll grab this since I'm here, but... We need to go down and open up the north side of the antechamber first, right? I mean, we can always do it later, but there's no sense in wasting steps running back out of the house. So we're gonna go down, see if we can do it from this side. We should be able to, because I think we can even still cross the lake if we have to. But we should be able to just push the minecart forward and access the rotunda. Oh. Oh, no, it's just... Oh, the tomb side is down. That's not a permanent open. Or a, yeah, permanent passage. That sucks. Not that I think we really need it anymore. Now I left it here. I don't know if it's going to stay there. It does. Good. Okay, great. So we can run here first. What? There's a second layer? To what? I don't see, none of these are doors. I don't even know how, like, you couldn't raise it while you're on it anyway. Unless you, like, pass through here. These open from some other area, only from behind. What? And now this only has a 2. Yeah, that gets us there, but there's nothing there that we can interact with. I don't think anyway. I'll send it back around. Was it like that before? Did we go to that corner? I don't think we did. I know we went to that one, and we went to that one. There is something over here. Whoa. Scripps and Rudford Mining Company. Foreman's Log 608 from 1918. After almost 3 years in the tunnels, S&R has informed me that we will be closing up the site in June. It has been a somewhat bittersweet experience working on such a historically significant excavation over the past 30-odd months, yet being unable to share any of that work with the world. Maybe one day. Still, there's a significant amount of work that has yet to be done, and it is vitally important that we conclude our efforts in the main cavern and reinforce the structural integrity of the site before we seal the tunnels next month. It may be many generations before they are reopened. So they excavated it all and then sealed it in June of 1918. One. Really? You're not going to open any of the filing cabinets? You're not at all curious what's stowed away down here? Secret tunnel. Okay, so now we can circle back around again? No. Well, kind of. Right, because this gear here has a 1 space gap, so we can now connect this directly to that. Interesting. I don't know why they couldn't have just made that lever a regular rotation station, if you will. Oh, that's kind of annoying, but it works. So we need to... If we want to leave this permanently connecting these two, we have to go back out this way. Take the boat across again. See if I have this right. Rotate it so that it connects those two spaces. Then take the boat back again, and then it'll permanently be in a position where it connects those two. I wish we could skip this. Good thing this boat stayed here all these years. It's pretty integral to figuring this thing all out. If this boat had, like, sunk or just drifted away, it would have been impossible to ever get to room 46. Okay, so now we rotate this to connect that door with the, what are we calling that? The Rogue Moon Gallery? Yeah, and then we run back around. We've been everywhere now, right? Yeah, we've been to all of the spokes. So I noted this in editing for the last video, but for some reason I never noticed it when I was standing in here. This seal on the ground has some more clues. So we've got, obviously, the Sinclair family emblem, but then we've got the sigil cores of all of the known realms, and then we've got the sigil cores of one that we've seen before, and then 3 more. We might have seen one of these. Hang on. Now I'm second guessing myself. Let me look at the pictures I took of the sigil book. Okay, so we have seen, this is the one that wasn't, the other one that was in the sigil book that starts with a C-U-N or C-U, C-O-N or C-O-M, or maybe C-O-R. But either way, we've also seen this in the classroom on the coloring quiz. But other than that, these other sigils are brand new. And then over here, we've got Ovin Navarre, which means nothing to me. This, I don't know if this is written in code or if it's an anagram. Ovin Navarre. It could be like Revaine, R-E-V-A-I-N-E. I don't know. This is also the shape of the circuit puzzle, isn't it? It's like a little bundle of hollies. No secret buttons in here. You still can't interact with any of the doors. Each door represents a different realm, I suppose. But we're here for this. Although with the way this game has gone, that door is either going to require a key, or the thing behind that door is going to, like, unlock these doors, and we're going to have to run back here again. It's never straightforward with our great uncle. Okay, so we're gonna have like 43 steps to speed run an antechamber run with. Hey, I was right. Exactly 43 steps. Okay, so... Man. See, based on what we know of the underground, if we could get that darn foundation elevator running, we could actually just, like, skip straight ahead to rank 7. That would be crazy. Use the Nook somewhere more necessary. Sure. Three gems, interesting. Courtyard could give us a shovel, which would be good for our extra dig spots. Of course it's not. Every time we get the extra dig spots, we never find a shovel. It's just our luck. Alright, we can dead end this room for like a closet or something. Perfect. Or a storeroom. We really need a shovel. Shovel's going to be our big boon to us. And we get Lucky Rabbit's Foot. Greater chance of finding items. Okay. So we've got the magnifying glass and the Lucky Rabbit's Foot. We should be finding items left and right. We just got to avoid the maid's room. We desperately need more steps. So bedrooms are going to be a boon for us. I kind of don't want to waste more keys, but... Okay, we got our key back. And some extra stuff. More resources, always good. Kitchen, I would... Well... Kitchen does dead end us. We could buy some more food. I'm sure we'll run into another kitchen. Our goal is antechamber, so we do kind of need to get north. We don't want to go too aggressively and like expend all our resources, but the general trend should be north. Rooms with 4 doors are more common. It's good and bad because there are a lot of red rooms that are 4 doors. Case in point. No, we'll take spare room. I don't want to be blinded on one of my room selections this early in the run. Give me a shovel. Cloister would be great for a shovel, man. Yeah, Cloister would be great room to have if we had a shovel, but it's very pointless and expensive if we don't have a shovel. So we can get the same effect out of a passageway for 1 less gem. Music room. The only reason I want to take this is because we potentially have a code combination to the sheet music puzzle. I have no idea if it's actually in this room or not. And the only places I could potentially see a safe being in here is... Ooh, the prism key. If you unlock a door, okay, so we can... Okay, it creates a new room of the same color room that you're currently in, unlocking the door from. All right. So we're looking for a safe in this room. Pressing every key. Okay, it's not It's not a piano key. Find among the white trees stones. Stones! Denoted in verse. Right, left, and there's like another central mark here. I don't know what this means though. Why is this still going off? Oh, there's a coin on the ground. What? I can interact with it through the piano, okay. So it's telling us, like, a staff to look at, maybe? Right? There's nothing going left from the treble clef doesn't make any sense, though. And also that spot on the treble clef, or on the staff is actually a space. Denoted in verse. Yes, that's like F-A-C. It's a C. I don't know if I actually read the whole thing, though. Find here within these first words sung the key you seek in major tongue. Find here within these first words sung the key you seek in major tongue. But half these sheets are missing from the four you hold, the rest far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. Among this scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys. In bold words sung by you and me, a fractured note, an urgent plea. In bold words sung, I do repeat. The ones of you... in bold words sung, I do repeat. Okay. So we know that. The ones of you who oft assume that you alone can solve this tune are likely going to get your due and all the rage that will ensue while working on this simple clue. White pages lined with melodies do hide the words we've come to seek, and from our choice among all these, we write down one that seems to be the loudest type with the ink that bleeds. So something major, the key you seek in major tongue. And this says denoted in verse, and then we've got two notches on the C major. Oh, I'm stumped on this one. Kind of a waste of gems, to be honest. But it does go north, so we can at least continue our run to the antechamber. Nah, I'm not gonna waste that on a blue room. We'll just use a regular key. We could do a garage. Or a storeroom. That would give us another gem. And then go back and use the passageway to continue north. Give me a shovel, man. I'm not sure what we could find in that trunk. We'll wait. I don't want to waste too many keys at this point. We're getting to the point we're going to need them. Ouch. There is something in there. Oh, the key card. Okay. We don't have to worry about the security doors now, at least. Nothing on the shelf. Nothing on the table. Laboratory that could get us up into the foundation. fine. We can take an experiment while we're in here. Oh, and we can activate some of the other terminals, right? So let's do an experiment. Whenever you draft a shop room, whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room. When you draft a red room, ooh, lose additional steps? Come on, what? Set your steps to 40 could be interesting, though. Assuming we don't get, like, the dining room and get over it. Permanently adding 1 gold to your allowance could be pretty broken, though. You could spam that and blow your allowance numbers way up. You draft a red room. You could, like, intentionally farm red rooms to juice your allowance. We don't have any gems, right? Or, well, we have 1 gem, but we don't have enough to even trigger this right now. But we could potentially trigger this multiple times this run. It would just be a question of, do we want to set our steps to 40 to give us more running around time, or set up boons for future runs with additional allowance? Although, if we draft a red room, we lose 5 steps, and then immediately set our steps to 40, so we technically wouldn't be affected. That 5 steps would be deleted. Especially for things like the weight room, where we're losing half our steps. We're going to come to regret that. Mark my words. Let's see, log into network. We're going to get, like, the dining room, and then we're going to have to draft a red room immediately afterwards, and we're going to lose a bunch of steps. I can already see it. Why does that have to take so long? Remote terminal access. So which one do we want to do? We don't need to do security, because we already have the key card. The shelter doesn't matter, so it has to be the office. We're going to spread gold in rooms. Spread gold in estate. Okay. Let's see. Well, it didn't get spread to this room. We've got the card. And there we go. So we'll lose 5 steps and then get put right back to 40 again. Okay, that's kind of cool. There's something in here. Oh, the broken lever. So we can look for the greenhouse. Now, do we go through the lava, or the lavatory, the foundation, or do we keep drafting over here? I guess we need to find the greenhouse, so let's keep going over here. The Great Hall. We don't have any keys. Well, we have 1 key, so we unlock the far side of the Great Hall and then nothing. Let's take the den. Because if we need, we can go up to the foundation to continue north. Nope. Sounded like it was going off twice. The master bedroom, we have not seen that yet. Oh, this would be a great place for the chapel, but I'm definitely gonna take the master bedroom. There's gotta be a clue, a big clue in here, right? Plus 18, damn, from plus 1 for each room in your house. See, now we're gonna draft a red room, and we're gonna regret it. What do we got here? Herb. The controls for the foundation elevator are located behind... What?! No, I mean, that is so clever, but what? Okay, so we have to draft a room behind the foundation facing south. That's cool. This means the controls can only be accessed by another room adjacent to the foundation. Neat. Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but now you must know that... Oh. Assassin got him. This is a very weird keyboard layout. Like, there's not even a backspace. Just gotta make sure you don't mess up, I guess. Ooh, magnifying glass. Anything in the drawers? Ooh, give me that sword, man. Man just got a World of Warcraft sword in his room. Okay, we saw this in the wine cellar as well. It's the combined arms of the Sinclair family and the Espen family. He's got two. He's got the Lightbringer in here. What? Is it 2 a.m.? Or 2 in the... It's gotta be 2 in the afternoon. I spent a little bit... He's got 2 cannons behind his bed. Oh, man. The Mora Jai box. Here again with the Jai. Take a picture of this. Boop. Mora Jai boxes were a popular fad in the early 30s among both the peerage and common crowds. These small mechanical puzzle boxes originated on the island Mora Jai as a children's game, but quickly gained popularity among the seafarers who valued the compact boxes as both lockbox and entertainment on long voyages. Over time, the lockboxes spread from port to port and eventually found their way into the homes and hearts of every realm. Now I notice this is one of the symbols. One of the extra realm sigils that we have not seen before. So is this the symbol for Mora Jai? A traditional Mora Jai box is distinguished by a lid featuring a 3x3 grid of white and gray tiles. Each white tile can be pressed like a button, which will change the color of that tile and the surrounding squares. The goal of each box is to find a way to make all 4 corner tiles into white squares. These simple rules evolved as the game spread across the world. Regional variations introduced new colors and mechanics, offering greater challenges and local flavor. While the fad may have ended, Mora Jai boxes still make a memorable gift for both collectors and puzzle enthusiasts. Okay, so we actually figured this out on our own in the trading post. Sir, this is a Wendy's. I don't think there's going to be anything secret on, just like an advertisement from a toy company. So let's see. We want to make all 4 corners white. Oh yeah, because I moved it. Dirt. Oh, what? Okay, this one operates slightly different than the one in the trading post. Uh-oh. Reset. There we go. 2 moves. And another allowance token. I'll take it. We got another cop. Oh. Hey, we finally see what our dad looks like. I was kind of close with my emoji. He has a mustache. He just also has a big bushy beard. So there's our mom. There is Daniel, right? Daniel Jones. And then here's us, Simon, with our little choo-choo train. Why does part of Dad's finger look like it's cut off? Is he like photoshopped into this picture? Or is that just a mistake by the art department, like they left a layer on? And she's got the swan amulet. Let's see anything clue. Oh. Any clues in there? To my encouraging uncle. I don't need the magnifying glass to read this. To my encouraging uncle, who opened many doors for me. Ever grateful, Mary. We do need it for this, though, so good thing we found this in here. P.S. They made me change the ending, of course, as you predicted. Okay, so we know the original version of this book was originally different, so we need to maybe we'll find an original copy. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince in his book, the red book we just read. Okay, so we're gonna, this is the same one that we get from the library. So we're gonna have to potentially find like an original manuscript for the Red Prince. Prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. Yeah. Okay, so that's the second place we've seen where it's mentioned that the book needed to be changed. We also saw that in the attic. There was like a note from Ruffington Press saying ending too political, change it, something like that. I don't see anything else. I mean, we already got some huge things from here, but you know, you always want more and more. I'm shocked there's not a safe in here, though. All right. Let's get back out there. So now we need to go back up to the foundation, and we've just about out of resources here. There is something in here. What? Oh, it's a coin. We've got a bunch of money, 1 key, no gems, and no shovel. If we can get a shovel, we've got like 60 different rooms, 60 different dig spots. Okay, we also need to get above the foundation. Erg. I guess we could run back to the entry hall and then draft up in here and then come back. Of course it is. Great Hall is kind of good, but only if we have a whole bunch of keys. We can at least get to the right, but we know we're going to need some more keys. So we're going to take it here, and then I guess we're going to run back to the entrance hall and see if we can get either a locksmith or a shovel or something that will get us some more keys. And if we have to, we can intentionally draft another red room to get us some more steps. So we'll see you back in the entrance hall. All right. Commissary. No gems, though. Damn. We're gonna have to get lucky. We need the metal detector to come and clutch for us and get us a free key. And unlock everything we need, but we can't draft it because we have no gems. Library. We can check out. So we've checked out Swimbird. We've checked out History of Arindia. Let's check out Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. Okay. Damn it, the laundry room would have been amazing. Can you imagine, like, 25 keys? We have to get the workshop. Sledgehammer. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought. To spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. Again, with the bold words, the note is read, the letter is not. I don't know how you could have a message in music notation, because you can only use A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's see, can we combine anything? We can use the sledgehammer to, sledgehammer and broken lever. What? Is that the other thing you need with the battery? I think we had the battery last time. We could combine battery, sledgehammer, and it wanted a third thing. So this broken lever is the third part of that? What would that even make? Metal detector plus magnifying glass. Burning glass? Does that let us light? Probably should have waited until I found a key. Oh, of course, it immediately disappeared. Burning glass. Can light special candles and ignite fuses. Oh no. Do we run back now? We're more likely to draw green rooms while drafting. Take a parlor can get us some gems. And then we can use that to draft a commissary to get, hopefully, a shovel. A box next to this box is true. Both boxes next to this box contain gems. Well, this has to be false, which means this is false, which means this is true. A box next to this box contains gems. Okay, that one was easy. Did it reset the difficulty? Because I missed the last one? That would be kind of insulting. Oh no. We have to take the red room. We're gonna lose 3 steps, which isn't the end of the world. Maybe not. We can go south from the den. Unless it's locked. But the most important thing is we need keys. Yeah, we lost some steps. Not the end of the world. We can always draft another red room to top up. Dark room. Dark room is pointless. Definitely not going to do a ballroom. Well, I mean, we can. It can just, it'll set our... You know what? Why not? We're going to spend 2, and it's going to set our gems back to 2. So we're actually not going to lose anything, right? Yeah. Amazing. Okay. What you got? This is our first time in here. Clara and Simon. No magnifying glass on this one? Clara and Simon. In Eclipse Ball? 1952? Is that going to be an important date? Snap a picture of that. It looks like it's in here. We've got the mystery music in here too, so I'm sure there's got to be something more than meets the eye in here. The other 2 pages. Under these stars the dance is held, and to the floor we are compelled. The gowns glide on and music swells, and at the end the clock strikes 12. What that means only time can tell. So do we need to be in here at either noon or midnight? Take a picture of that, and this bold word is R. So what the first words on the page are true. Interesting. And then we've got under 2 stones. So what was it again? It's find among the white trees under 2 stones. So we have to have the shovel, right? Because there was, I clicked the hell out of those stones. There was no way to just like activate them. Let's get a picture of this, right? Yes. Okay. So next page, 7. Snap. 2 remain for one last dance and spin again around clock hands. And as they turn, a second chance to rise above the falling sands, the true time lost in past romance. Huh. Middle C. Okay, there's no clicking the keys here. There's nothing behind the piano. So this may be a time-based puzzle? Are we looking in the reflection at something? I feel like there's definitely going to be more to this room, but I'm not seeing it at the moment. We'll have to come back later on because it's still the middle of the day out, so we'll come back maybe around midnight. If this run is still alive. I mean, I guess we can come back here and wait, unless we just straight run out of steps. Let's go this way. A drawing room. So we really only need, we need one gem to draw a commissary, right? Because like a shovel is our biggest thing right now, other than getting into the antechamber. And we know the lever works with the greenhouse, right? And the greenhouse only costs a gem, so I guess we can technically... No, there's only 3 gems. We need drawing room, then commissary, then greenhouse. Fine, give me the bunk room. Two keys! Alright. Let's get back over to... No, I mean, we'll check the other archive door, but then we'll get back up to, I guess, the Foundation or the Great Hall. We might be able to just connect the gymnasium to the den. Here we go. Get our steps back. Sure. Gain 2 steps. A billiard room facing the wrong way. I guess we can cross our fingers and hope that the gymnasium turns, or the this room goes straight, right? Oh, the freezer. I don't think we've been in the freezer yet. Oh, we can use the burning glass to melt the ice. Is this a way to like bypass the puzzle? Because I remember there was a sheet in the there was a sheet in the laboratory that talked about, not for staff use, Master Sinclair's personal freezer, that talked about like the melting point of water or the vaporizing point of water or something like that. A silver key and an envelope. Thaw only in the event of my death. I have the, oh, that's right, the magnifying glass got used to make the burning glass. I was wondering why it disappeared. Crap, that's another stamp that we don't get. Simon, I'd wish for you to read this letter upon first arriving at Mount Holly, but I couldn't risk the contents of these pages falling into unsympathetic hands. My personal freezer should prove quite the safe box, as all the staff has for many years respected my wishes that it remain shut and untampered. My favorite snacks were also stored here. But in addition to these delicious treats, it has also, for the last 20 years, stored many a cryptic message and ciphered note. This nondescript cooler is, in fact, a dubious frozen postbox of chilled secrets. Have you heard of the Children of Black Water? We have. That was the rebel group that was mentioned in, oh, shit. I just noticed in the top right-hand corner that we can no longer spend gems or gold. I forgot that was a condition of this room. Anyway, I have no idea how forthcoming your father has been about the details surrounding your mother's final chapter, or the role he thinks I played in that end. I've always denied involvement. To him, to the detectives, to the Crown, and now to you as well. But I can honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance? ? Oh, but can I honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance? And yes, I speak of disappearance, not death. For I, too, cling to the hope that our fears are unfounded and have occasionally, from time to time, caught fragments of information that bolster this belief. Fragments of information that have cost me plenty, for our country is never short of opportunists and blackmailers. Still, as I am now dead, I don't want this knowledge to be buried with me, even if that means passing the burden of these fragments onto you, even if that information may weigh even heavier on your head than the crown involved. And then a picture of the crown, and unfortunately we don't have the magnifying glass anymore. I can't see if there's anything special written or encoded therein. So he wrote me a letter to say that he had nothing to do with our mother's disappearance. Okay, so he said, can I honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance? So he does have something to do with her disappearance. And we know from one of the other letters that the one from the safe room, right? That it was our cousin, or Herbert's cousin that believed that Herbert had ferried her across the water, or that she had been ferried across the water. So I still think our mother is alive. Although ooh, what is this doing in here? A freezer-cooled server? This looks like one of the servers from the grotto thing outside. An upgrade disk. Nice. The network servers are finally out of cold storage, or at least as many as we could fit into the surrounding walls of the grotto off the East Drive. The last few days have been very busy, but I'm glad I was able to take a short break from gardening to help Randolph install the network. I was, after all... Is Randolph our admin? Is that... Randolph Rolla? Anyway, it was, after all, the least he could do, since it was I who suggested the final location. We decided we are going to store the 2 unused servers here in Mount Holly's freezer. They should serve as readily accessible replacements should any of the primary consoles fail. Denny Ravain. Admin key. Reva-D. Reva-D's nuts. Okay, that's big. Big news. Although there is a second admin key. So I'm guessing Randolph Ruola? I'll have to look at the picture I took of that note, because it was a special, like, capitalization to be used as well. There doesn't seem to be anything else I can do with these servers in particular. I think I might have just killed our attempt at getting into the antechamber, though. Because now we can't spend gems and we can't spend coins. So now I have to decide, do we run down below and light candles and or the torches in the like archway under the rotunda in the front yard? Or I guess we could go back north and hope we draft a red room to reset afterwards. Let's see. So if we come back from the entrance hall, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 11 steps to get back to the foundation. Which should be doable, but then we're banking on being able to draft a red room in order to replenish our steps. I'm not going to run back over to the white trees because I think we still need a shovel for that. I don't know what else it could possibly be because we checked out all the stones over there. So I'm going to check if we can light this. We can. And there's a blueprint. Yo. Scripts of Rutherford. This is Foreman's Log 621. The complete manifest for all the excavation equipment has been rigorously checked and delivered to the upper branch. After tomorrow, the site will be sealed and all remaining hardware will be packed up and transported to the original access tunnel for long-term storage. It's unclear if they will also seal that tunnel after our crew has left, but I suspect they may want to keep ready access to the gear, especially now that they have begun operations in the East Mine. A month ago, I believe the discovery of the gemstones in that cavern was directly linked to the closure of this site, but now I'm not so sure. The Baron doesn't seem the type to value shining baubles over history. Snap a picture. I'm sure all these are available online, but I refuse to Google anything for this game. Always draw a tunnel. You found a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add tunnel to your drafting pool? Always draw tunnel while drafting in this room. So you can just like infinitely tunnel. So if you get this facing north, you could just keep tunneling north. That's kind of cheeky. There'll always be a tunnel, another tunnel in the 3 drafting choices for tunnel. Ha! That's cute. So where else were there candles? I know there were candles around the sigil in the basement. There were candles in the tomb as well, but we don't have tomb today. My steps, my beautiful steps. All right, can we ignite these? We can. I don't know if they have to be done in a specific order. Can I put them back out again? No. So if they need to be done like 3 need to be lit, then we just messed up the puzzle. Oh no! We're not gonna have enough steps to do everything today. That's so sad. Well, let's see. Maybe it's just a single room. It's a dead end. This is Foreman's Log 20 in 1915, so this is even before the 1918s. After waiting the better part of 3 weeks for the equipment to be carefully hoisted down the cliffside one piece at a time, the wait is finally over. Today we begin our formal foray into the mountain and begin excavation of the first tunnel, the first of many. To prevent future delays, Thomas Sinclair has generously volunteered to install a freight lift to facilitate both personnel transport. What? You think we facilitate both personnel transport and something else? To prevent future delays, Thomas Sinclair has generously volunteered to install a freight lift to facilitate both personnel transport. However, after seeing his ornate designs, one can't help but feeling the Baron's delicate taste might be better suited for the ballroom crowd. Regardless of the particulars, I'm sure my crew won't object to riding down to the tunnels in fashionable style. This is going to connect to next to the chessboard, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so now, what does that do for us? Because we already, I guess, if we hadn't drained the extra water into the extra reservoir in the pump room, I guess that means that we could still get into the basement with the fountain not being drained. But since we can leave the fountain permanently drained now, oh. I was assuming there'd be a recall lever. Okay, so cool. Not as helpful as it would have been in other situations, but good to know that that door is now checked off as far as mysteries go. Okay, so we're gonna go back up to the foundation, which is through the west wing. Alright, so we have 3 keys to attempt to get to the back of the foundation and the antechamber. The Mechanarium. Ooh. Yeah. Because we're guaranteed to get to rank A because we have keys. We got lots of keys. Now, does the commissary mean that we get it for free? Because our gems can't be reduced? No. Poop. Tunnel. Uh-oh. Well, money is pointless, right? Anytime you draft a room on the west wing, lose 5 steps and gain 1 key. We are on the west side, and we do need keys. So let's see. What would we want this to be? A hallway, I guess. And then we'll turn around and go get the dinner. So we're going to get a key. We're going to lose 5 steps. Oh, the west wing. Gotcha. We're on the west side, we're not necessarily on the west wing. That's only the leftmost row. Have dinner, because we need it. What other play do we have? Because we have to try to draft the secret garden to get into that side. the side of the antechamber that we currently have access to. We don't yet know how to open the bottom side. And this side opens from the greenhouse, so we're going to have to hope that we draft the greenhouse over here. So we're going to open this. Your door faces the wrong way. Chapel doesn't matter. Actually, this is going to be great because this is going to give us 40 steps. Yes! Amazing. Again, so many dig spots. Every time we get the... I don't know if it's like hard-coded into it. Like if you pull the root cellar in the outer room, your chances of finding a shovel anywhere are like negative 98%. But we're 0 for 2 at this point. Locksmith, dark room. I just realized it doesn't matter. We cannot get the greenhouse. Because the greenhouse costs a gem. That's probably it too. We can't draft it because it costs a gem. That sucks. Ah, screw you. Screw you. Ugh. I mean, the most we could do is hope that this door is unlocked. No, I know which one we're picking. Nope. No, we haven't been in the Mechanarium yet, so we can at least check it out, but... Oh. Oh, yeah, the laboratory, I guess. Of course it's locked. Damn. And there's nothing else in here, huh? I mean, it's a neat-looking room, but... What? It's not gonna be locked from that side. We're in the back side of the door. Well, let's see. What else can we do with the rest of this run? We know the admin key now. We can run back out to the... Oh, there's candles in here. Oh, man, light stuff up. There is an elevator in here. I knew it! Oh no, it's a piggy bank. We can't use it. Our gold is locked. Tasked, the Keeper of Tithes, the chapel's resident guardian, tasked with the sacred duty of keeping the coins accumulated from the chapel offerings. Rake the Keeper or not yet? Not yet, because it doesn't matter, because we can't gain money anyway. They're locked until tomorrow, which I guess is kind of cool, because it means we start tomorrow with 25 coins, but... yeah. Not, And it doesn't matter for this. Like, what would extra coins do for us in this run? We don't have any shops in the house. Cool to know, though. And no shovel. Oh, I guess we could check if that's unlocked. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter because we can't get the secret garden, but we've got steps to spare. And it's like 98% sure it's going to be locked, right? So we'd break this open. If there's a key in here, it would be amazing. Nope. Gems we can't pick up. And it's locked, yeah. Completely pointless. Why couldn't it have been a key? A key could have saved the run. We light these? No. Can we light these? No. I want to light everything we can potentially light while we have a thing that can light. I swear there was another lockbox somewhere that we didn't open. I remember looking at it and going, nah, I don't want to waste another key here. And now I can't remember where that was. Was it in the guest bedroom? Oh, we can use the upgrade disc over here. Forgot about that. Oh, not this. Back up. Leave. E. Scanning disc. What do we got? A closet. Interesting. hallway closet. +1 items if drafted adjoined to a hallway. Bedroom closet, +2 items if drafted adjoined to a bedroom. Oh, +2 extra items if joined. An empty closet, +4 items if drafted adjoined to a red room. Otherwise, it's empty. Ooh. Bedroom closet. Okay. What time is it, by the way? It's almost 9. We've got enough time. If we're going to wait for midnight. I don't know if we'll have enough steps, though. It's going to be kind of close. I guess we'll put this back. I didn't find the other 2 yet. Okay, so we've got 2 admin keys. We've got Rudra or Denny Ravanes. I said Rudra. Denny Ravanes, which may have been revoked because we know Denny Ravane has been fired. Well, we can try Reva D. Yeah, it's been activated, but that note did mention Randolph. And then we have another note, which I'm going to have to dig up here. Mr. Ruota. There's an emergency and you find yourself having to enter the central server site. A temporary admin key is the first 4 letters of your last name followed by the first initial. First and 5th letter should be capitalized. So it would be R-U-O-T, and then the 5th letter should be capitalized, which is the first letter of his last name, which is R. Huh. Is it Randolph? Is it Rhoda Randolph? So R-A-N-D, Randolph R. Oh, Randolph was leaving the message to Mr. Ruota. I see now. If you have any questions, please let me know in the next few days before my departure. Randolph. So we still have no idea who Mr. Ruota is, but I guess we could brute force it. Unless Rhoda is his first name. R-U-O-T, or we could try to guess Randolph's last name. Or Randolph's last name. That seems harder, though. But it deactivated. So it's R-U-O-T-H, Rota H. This admin key has been deactivated. Okay, so our only other lead is to find out what Randolph's last name is. Which I don't know where the heck we would find that. Okay, well, I waited until after midnight, and nothing seems to be happening in here, although interestingly, the reflections from the ground do not seem to match the actual color of the sky, but I guess that was just a red herring. So, we're going to call it and start a new day here. Scarlet Manor of Fire and Ice. We got 7 red rooms, a furnace, and a freezer. Nice. Alright, let's go again. Day 17. Let's see, are there any early things we need to check out outside? We already went and looked at the terminal in, what are you calling it? The Blackbridge Grotto. So both of the known admin accounts have been disabled. So we need to figure out what Randolph's last name is. We're going to run to the outer room here and see what our room for today is. And then we're going to try to get back into the antechamber and or get behind the foundation. Or preferably both. tool shed, 2 special items, a hovel. Special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of gems. That one is usually pretty good for us, but we are starting with 4 gems. Let's take the tool shed because we need a shovel to also go check out the white tree puzzle, looking for the stones. Of course, a shovel still eludes us. We get the other 2 large tools. All right, let's get our allowance. Oh, I forgot we were carrying over our stuff from yesterday. Yeah, we're starting out with 31 coins. That's nuts. And no keys still. Might as well up our gems. Only one of the other boxes is false. The gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box. Only one. Okay, so this would be false, since the other 2 are exactly the same. So if this is false, these 2 are true. The gems are in the false box. This is the false box, so the gems are in here. Booyah. Yep, we're not going to dead end ourselves already. Give me a gem. Commissary. You could get potentially a shovel. Huh? Ah, a key. Finally. Shovels, yes! Okay. So... do we? Alright. Let's go back to the trees. I'm so mad we didn't get this in our last run. I guarantee you we would have been able to do it last run if we could find a shovel. There were like 9,000 dig spots. We would have definitely found more keys and more steps. Well, can you dig up keys? I don't know if you can dig up keys. I've only ever found turnips and coins, I think. Okay. These has got to be the 2 stones. And there it is, yeah. We were so close. Conservatory. You took up a secret floor plan. Adjust the rarity of the floor plans in your house. Very neat. No idea what the notch puzzle on the trees is. I'm trying to think what passcodes we don't have yet. We don't have the passcode for the office, which I want to try and draft again because I had some ideas about that since we last did that and while I was editing it and watching me try to solve it. And then we also don't have the passcode to the study. Observatory, bedroom, or pantry. Chapel. And we could put that there and not walk in. And that connects back to here. And we'll use that as a last resort. I'm definitely not. Oh, we have a sledgehammer though, don't we? Yeah, okay. Whoa, now we're getting keys galore. And our conservatory. We definitely have the gems for it. We have not been into this room yet. And we've got a dig spot. A useless dig spot. Drafting locations, West Wing only. Ah, garage, West Wing hall, her ladyship's chamber from south-facing doors. Okay, I didn't even know that room existed. We know about the master bedroom. We've been in there in the East Wing hall, and then conservatory only draftable in a corner. Okay, so it's a good thing we took this here because it would not have shown up anywhere else. Bookshop. That's a new one. Only draftable from library. Snap a picture of that. Interesting. We're gonna have to try and get a bookshop, I guess. Floor plan conservation. Do we want to make any of these? Do we want to change the rarity of any of these? I don't really want to know. Because office costs gems. And we can get into the office now from another room that has a computer terminal, and the gymnasium costs us steps. And the guest bedroom is just meh. So I'm not too interested in changing any other rarity from the draft pool. Neat looking room, though. Let's keep going. We could do a storeroom here. And then continue north from the hallway. But I think I'll just put a spare room here and keep us going north. Courtyard could be pretty big. Plenty of dig spots. Okay. Oh, there's two. And a chest. Okay. Some goodies. Maybe. A key. Okay, you can dig up keys. So we definitely would have had keys last time. Ugh. What could have been? Ooh. A little bit of everything. Yeah. Buy some steps. Interesting. No, we put water into the kitchen from the pump room. Banana, club sandwich, bacon, and eggs. Plus 10 and add morning room to today's draft pool. Or plus 15. We haven't seen morning room. We'll leave the club sandwich, perhaps. Okay, that's annoying me. Do I want to spend steps to run back around to the hallway? Not at the moment. Oof. So what if I dead end this? We can still get north from the chapel and the courtyard. I want to try to keep as many 4-direction rooms as possible for when we get to the back of the foundation. Damn. We could redraw. Or we can take 2 keys and go around to the chapel and pray that we don't get a room that turns right. Or only rooms that turn right. Okay, let's go back. Four items from the walk-in closet. And that is one dead end we're getting out of the way. The shoes. Two gems. That's 3. Am I blind? Oh, coupon. coupon book. That would have been helpful before we bought all the other stuff. Okay, so north through the chapel. Oh, now we can smash the piggy bank. It stays up. Oh, here we go. We'll get our coin back anyway. I'm gonna save that. I'm sure it's gonna have a bunch of money in it. Maybe we'll save that for another commissary day, because we started out today with a whole bunch of money. We already got like all the good stuff out of the commissary, right? Ooh, that tunnel does go north. We can tunnel straight north to the foundation. It'll just cut us off from everything else, right? Pebbles. That is very neat. Pick a rank. You can go to any rank you want. And each one is a dig spot too. Neat. And they're all pebbles. Oh, it can be locked though. What special key do we have? Silver key? A room with many doors? Where are we at? Now, let's just go to the foundation and then split left and right. Two dig spots. A turnip. Very good. Two turnips. Extremely good. Yep. Boo. Boot. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh god, if they were both security doors, could you imagine? Coin. And another turnip. Alright, so we can only go to the east. Let's save that for if we can get behind the... Oh, of course it doesn't go. Of course it doesn't go north. None of them do. Sure, we've got stuff to spare. Oop. Where is it? Over here? Ah, coins. Okay. I don't want to waste a key there. What? That's that, right? What? Do you know how many times we've drafted this room and just run through it? Bro. So what is the code for this? What did we get outside? 1100. And we got, what, 1513, 1513. The code is usually in the room, right? The code to the boudoir was in the room. The code to the safe room was kind of in the room. It just required information that we got elsewhere. So, like, the only thing, like, there's pictures fucking everywhere. There's got to be something encoded in the pictures, right? But what? So if think about it, so it's going to be a 4-digit code because they're always 4-digit codes. We have 4 walls, right? So each wall is going to be one number. We have to have a starting point for that number. So it's got to be the wall that's just got one picture on it, right? So is this our starting point? Are we starting with this guy and walking to the left? You've also got like the distance between feet here. That could also be a clue. My first thought is like guys facing left or people facing left. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 6, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 6, 5, 9. No. He's got a long distance between his feet. Yeah, is that far stepping people? So 1, is this always 1? Or is this representative of a number? So 1, 2, I guess we'll know if we hit a side that has more than 10, then it can't be that. So 1, 2, 3. That's extra long. So 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 3, 4, 3. Nope. Do we have to add all of their steps together? But how would you know what order to do them in? Like if we take this as like a 2, there seems to be 3-step length. So this would be a 2, and then there's the tiny step, which is a 1, and then there's the big steppies, which is the horse and the like running lads. That would be a 3 maybe. So there's something encoded in both step length and in possibly direction. So like stepping to the left is a negative number. That doesn't make any sense though, because I think we make this side negative. So stepping to the left has to be positive, if this is how it's encoded. So we'll call this +2. So this side has +1, +3. So 1, 3. This is -1. This is -2. This is +2. This is -1. This is -1, -1, -1. So this whole thing is -3. No. +3. Then -1. Yeah, because he's walking the other direction. So -1. -2. -3. And then -1. So if I add all that up, we've got 1, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, 5, then 4, then 2, then -1, and then -2. So yeah, it can't be that. I mean, unless we're taking the absolute value. Is it just counting the number of this exact picture? There would be a waste of all this extra encoded information with facing and stepping. We've got what? 1, 0, 1, 2. So 1102. Nope. I am assuming that the kid and the horse are the same amount of movement. The horse could be 4. So it could be tiny step is 1, medium step is 2, big step is 3, and then horse is 4? This is even smaller, though. Is the old man a step? Is every picture a different... Is it like 1 old man is 1, lady is 2, gentleman is 3, kid is 4? Oh my god. Because these are definitely... That arrow is not the same size as that arrow. Oh, I'm never going to get this. I mean, I'm going to get it eventually. It's just... Okay, well, let me scratch that out then. Okay, so if that's the case, then Dapper Man is 3. So that's a +3. Going to the left. So we've got... We're reconfiguring this now, right? So old man is 1. Lady is 2. Man is 3. Boy is 4. Horse is 5. We've got +4. -2. +3. Then -5. But no, I did it again. The horse is facing the same direction as the guy, so that's +3 +5. -1. No, minus... Man is 3, so -3. Then -4. -5. And then, good lord, -9. That one's going to be a weird number. So 4 +4 -2 is 2, +3 is 5, +5 is 10, and we got a whole bunch of minuses. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 3, then -2, and then -11. What? Yeah, because the majority of this wall is facing to the negative direction. And even if we reversed it, that would give us a +11, which doesn't make any sense. No, that exhausts all my ideas, and that's about all the time I'm willing to spend on that. But we do know there's a safe here now, so we'll have to come back to this at some other point. Let's get back to focusing on our main task, which is getting behind the foundation and into the antechamber. We're not going to waste a key going south. We do need to go north. I don't want to do the dark room there, though, because I want to be able to see what we're drafting up there. So we're going to redraw. Music room goes north. That's huge. Does cost 2 gems, so we'll deal with that. We've got 8. We can spare some. And we get some extra keys. And the secret garden key. So we can draft that. We just got to get over. That would open up the other side of the antechamber. Let's see what we get in this room, though. Oof. We want something that points left. Security. It's gotta be security. You've reached rank 8. We draft floor plans up to 4 times when drafting the 4 corners of the house. Do we need that? Because I kind of want to put, if that door is locked, I want to put the secret garden there. So no. So we draft the room on the queen side on the west wing. You gain a key. No. You don't have to pay tithes. Sure. Let's go ahead and turn the keycard system off. And then we can we can remotely access either the master bedroom or the laboratory. I think we're going to do the laboratory. Because we're not really hurting for money this time. We've already got pretty much everything that we're going to want. Let's get into the laboratory. Yes. Experiment setup. Each time you eat an apple, whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, or when you draft a red room, lose 5 steps, and then. So we could do red room farming again. We're not really hurting for steps, though. A letter will be... We don't have a mail room. I'm going to burn this one. Actually, you know what? Let's just cancel it. We don't have to take anything. We don't have the key card, do we? No. So if this is locked, I'm going to put a secret garden here. Oh, I can't put a secret garden there? Well, shit. Never mind then. Well, I guess we could use a regular key there, right? But I want to prioritize going this way first. So we have to get 2 space. We have to go into the next room and then get something that goes straight through. So we want to use the silver key, and we want something that has many doors. No. Oh, shit. I should use that for the next one. Sure. Yeah, I goofed that. I meant to use that here. But the aquarium saves our ass. The only problem is now we have to get into the bottom of the antechamber. But opening up the foundation is also pretty good. Well, we can rotate a floor plan because we're in the rotunda. Yes. But what direction do we go? This way? Right, and then we're just permanently locking off the bottom of the antechamber there. But not that we've forgotten that open, but our strategy right now is to use the secret garden key to get the antechamber open. This is going to be kind of tricky considering where we're drafting right now. But I guess we can't do everything on the same run. It's how you usually end up screwing yourself over, trying to complete too many objectives on the same run. So, whoa. Foundation. Yes. Now, hopefully that stays that way. So a 4 tile room would be huge here. Unfortunately, we only have 1 gem, and most of the four direction rooms cost a lot of gems, so I don't think that's gonna happen. A boiler room. Well, I don't want to do a storeroom, because that's just gonna end the run. No, not end the run, but definitely lock us out of getting into the antechamber. I guess boiler room. We could potentially go south from the drawing room. Let's see. Before we even waste time going over there, we're gonna have to curve back up and around to get into the antechamber. So let's see if we can do that. If not, there's no point in chasing the antechamber on this run. We can do that in the next run. The boudoir does go in the right direction. Okay, so we need something that turns right. Damn. No. Yeah, I mean, we could do the utility closet. Turn off the keycard entry system, gymnasium, garage. We can draft down from the drawing room and maybe get a greenhouse over here and then come back around to the right side of the antechamber. Maybe. That's the only play that we have left. Ooh. Damn, we had so many gems to start with. Now we're getting screwed over by gems. Dark room. We can trigger that and we're back up to the utility closet. The Hall of Mirrors is going to dead end us. So pop in, pop out. Dark room on. So we have a security door that doesn't affect us. Oop, a gem. Now we've got 2 gems. Now that it's too late. Office turns the wrong way. Coat check. And I guess bedroom. Well, shit. I guess give me 10 steps. We can run back to the drawing room. I don't think there's anything in there that's going to help us because we're The antechamber is shut off from all angles. So really, our next step is going to be to go to Foundation and go down and see what's down there. And then perhaps in our next run, we can actually go downstairs and come up from the Foundation and start drafting there instead. That would be pretty crazy. Oh, the Rotunda. Let's stick it there. Let's see what we've got. 10. Okay, so we're gonna get some extra stuff. Apples are extra delicious today, and 3 steps. So we do have access to this side. We have to draft a greenhouse in here somewhere, which is, I don't know. Seems unlikely, but we'll give it a shot. Into the drafting room, and then down. We know this door is locked. The dining room. All right, we're going to the Foundation. Ooh. Hopefully this is unlocked, and we don't need a second copy of the basement key. An upgrade disc. Great. Okay, we can call the elevator from here, but it takes a security card? So we need to leave it down. No, we need another copy of the basement key? Are you kidding me? That sucks, man. What other plays do we have? Security room north, I guess. Nope. Yep, I think that's it for this run. Ah, that's so disappointing. And we got one of the things done, but again, stymied. Every time you figure something out in this game, you're just immediately met with another roadblock. Now we get the dice. Alright, well, I'm not going to waste time on this. Admin key and the 5th character should be capitalized. You know what? I'm going to run out front real quick before we end this. I want to know if our name, Simon Jones, is in the admin list. Oops. Oh yeah, our book. A Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. Checked out by Anne Babbage, Lord Evanson, M. Lowry. Do we know an M? Maybe we can find out Rudolph's last name in here. Maybe he checked out a book and it'll be like R something. Lord Evanson. Anyway, there's that picture we've seen before. Introduction. The third largest city in Fen Ares and site of its former capital, Reddington is synonymous with mountains, mystery, and magic. Most tourists head straight for the boardwalk and don't get much farther than the botanical gardens. However, Reddington has much more to offer. Spectacular scenery, a historic castle, and a charming underground bazaar reward visitors who wish to explore further. Reddington is that type of unique, enchanting place that lingers in your mind and memories long after you leave her. The Botanical Gardens. Reddington's most popular attraction and a guaranteed crowd pleaser, the Botanical Gardens is loved by both locals and visitors for its Ajaran canopy house and mausoleum, its petal-covered trails, and a mind-boggling variety of flowers. This is the reason springtime is Reddington's busy season. Situated just east of town, the Botanical Gardens offer a scenic and captivating tableau of the natural countryside. A cobblestone trail meanders past over 1,000 species of tropical plants, each remarkable in its own right, yet even more stunning set against the spectacular backdrop of the Reddington Mountains. Allow yourself at least an hour to indulge in this picturesque walk, which concludes at Mainway Station. Ilex ex Meservae, a specimen of holly unique to Reddington's mountains. Okay, we've seen a picture of that. Not only is it Sinclair's family symbol, but there's also a picture of that in the scrapbook upstairs. Featherfall Keep. You will find sitting at the base of Mount Perma, Reddington's second highest summit, a historic site described by scholars as significantly important to the realm's past. Featherfall Keep, the former home of Lord William Epson, has until recently always been a private residence, serving as a family home to the Epsons since before the Third Era. After the death of Lord Epson, his oldest son, Lionel Epson, left the estate never to return. However, the daughter stayed, maintaining the residence and its staff until her marriage in 1951. Okay. So that would be our grandmother, right? That's Lady Epson, 1951. At that point, Featherfall Keep ceased to be a family residence. It began operating as a historic house museum and tourist attraction, and the estate was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1972. It is still believed by many that Featherfall was built by the first king of Arinda Ares when Reddington was still the capital. Interesting. However, surface documents containing conflicting dates have recently cast some doubt on the long-standing myth. Trinsdale Lake. Close your eyes and imagine tranquil, serene stillness, rolling fogs, clear water, and gliding swans. In the midst of all that beauty sits Trinsdale Lake, one of Fen Ares' premier vacation destinations, exclusive for its more privileged citizens. The lakeside resort and cabins have been frequented by royalty and the realm's gentry for generations. However, on the southern shore of the lake, tourists are free to enjoy the views and rub elbows with the rich and famous in 100 Bells Tea Room, which is open to the general public for lunch on Mondays and Fridays. There she is, Mount Holly. At an elevation of 11,200 feet, Mount Holly is the tallest mountain in the Reddington Range and the highest peak in the entire realm. Beyond the physical challenge itself, climbing Mount Holly Trail is a beautiful experience and one that many hikers and explorers will want to do at least once. It's only a few hours from Reddington to get to the trailhead, and you won't need any local guides or special gear if you tackle the trail during the summer season. However, those willing to give this mountain a significant amount of planning and research will be greatly rewarded, whether or not they actually summit. On the opposite side of the peak, far from the trail, rests the estate of Mount Holly, nestled between the summit's northern slope and saddle. This 80-acre mountain residence is almost as old as Reddington itself. However, unlike Featherfall Keep, the property has been completely private since the closing of the Mount Holly Schoolhouse in '66. Still, hikers will be able to appreciate the house's unique architecture at a distance from one of the trail's many north-facing overlooks. Mainway Station Bazaar. For the sentimental tourist wishing to pick up a souvenir to remember their stay, one might try braving the Mainway Station Bazaar. But don't be too hasty. Without proper guidance, the Mainway Station can be a dangerous place. Located underground, its unique marketplace was once Reddington's central railway station in a time when the realm's trains were still in service. Now the turnstiles, footbridge, and platform have been appropriated and turned into a cavern of tents and torches. Whether you are bargain hunting, looking for an adventure, or finding a memento to commemorate your visit, the Mainway Station Bazaar will be a worthy conclusion to your sightseeing adventure in Reddington. And we got a map. Alright, let me snap pictures of all this. Alright. Mount Perma, there's Mount Holly, there's Reddington. So where are we? It says what? Hikers on the mountain from one of the many north-facing overlooks. So we're somewhere between Mount Holly and Reddington? Okay. Not a complete waste then. So we're back to the foundation, all the way south. I forget where we're even going. Oh, I wanted to check if our name was in. It was one of the admin accounts. Oh yeah, we'll do our upgrade disc too. Interesting that we can't log into it, but we can still use the upgrade disc from it. A storeroom upgrade. Storeroom. So plus two keys, plus 2 gems, or plus 10 coins. That seems way more useful. You could use 10 coins to buy like 4 gems, right? Okay, so now what we actually came here to do. So it's your last name, right? So Jone, and then your first initial S, Simon. Damn. What about Sinclair, S-I-N-C-H, Herbert? Damn. All right. Well, in that case, we're going to end this run here. We have time for one more attempt to get into the antechamber. And I guess now we're going to need another basement key, so double more the reason to get into the antechamber. So let's end the day here. Architect's bed and breakfast. 7 drafting rooms, 4 bedrooms, bacon and eggs. We didn't get into the morning room, did we? Oh well. 1 new room. We're going to save and continue, and I'm going to take a quick break before we continue with the next one, so I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, day 18. So let's start out how we always start out. We'll go over to the outer room. What are our options? Shelter, root cellar, and hovel. Hovel's tempting. Root cellar can be so good if you can just get a shovel, though. We're going to try it one more time. There's never actually a shovel in there. That would be too powerful. But we're going to get a bunch of money right off the bat. I think actually we'll have enough, 6 coins from our allowance. So if we can get an early commissary. I think these starting rooms are always the same, right? We'll take the parlor because the commissary does cost gems. So let's see if we can get our early game gem. Only 1 box is true. That not necessarily true. Only 1 box contains gems. That is true. The gems are in the white box. So if these are both true, that would make this false, and that does fit the rules of the game, so they're in the white box. And there they are. No extra items. I don't want to immediately lose money, especially since we have just enough. Locked chest, we're going to skip that for now. Pantry goes north. Yeah. Money and apple. Den is pretty good there. More gems. Another chest. Okay, I gotta remember when we get a sledgehammer to come back and get all these chests. Commissary? No. You know, it's not actually a bad spot for a garage because we can just go around it through the den. And we don't have any keys yet. So we get 3 keys here. Bunk, bunk, bunk. See if there is a dig spot. We don't have a shovel though. I keep thinking, every time I see that I think it's a shovel. Kitchen. We could take a secret passage and then choose shop, right? And there's our commissary. That's facing the wrong way, though. It's alright. We'll deal with it. Sweet. Grab a shovel. And this takes us back to the entrance hall. Might be a good place to stick the guest bedroom. Plus 10 steps, we have to actually walk into it though, right? Yeah. Free gem though. Nothing on the shelf, nothing on the floor. Okay. So we'll go back to the entrance hall. What had a dig spot? The garage had a dig spot, right? Yeah. Meh. Coin for 2 steps. Kind of a bum deal. Ooh, you know what? Let's go out to the root cellar. This is the perfect time since we have to go through here anyway. We're gonna go to the root cellar. We're gonna dig up all those spots out there. Get all the goodies. And hopefully at least one of them is a turnip, because we are burning through steps like crazy. Turnip. Coin. More coins. It's a small treasure trove out here. Sweet. That was definitely worth it. Cool. We're almost back to our starting steps again. Oh, now we get a locksmith. Alright, we need to make sure we don't dead end ourselves, or it's going to be a very short run. We are running low on places to advance north. No to chapel. Nook or corridor? Corridor. Oof. Security or a spare room. Let's take a spare room. Need to get into the next rank. And then take a 3-way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now we can... Ooh. Shit. We have half of the solution to turn that off here. Let's go back to the menu and let's log into the network. Let's see. Do we do the office or do we do the laboratory? An early lab experiment could be pretty good, but a laboratory costs 1 gem, right? And an office costs 2. So it's actually more beneficial to remotely access the office, I would imagine. I guess it just matters what you want to do, but we're going to do the office, and we're going to spread gold. We're going to check and see if any of it actually happened to go here. Nope. All right. So we're still, unfortunately, stuck with one possible direction forward. So hopefully one of these turns north, or we're doomed. Gotta be a patio. Good. Very good. Boo. Okay, can't complain about plus 12 steps though. A boudoir or an observatory. I'll do an observatory. Because, if I remember correctly, 11 is plus 5 gems. Oh yeah. That more than makes up for the one that we had to spend to get it. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty huge there. A locksmith would be pretty good. Or a greenhouse, but we have to be along the wall for that. I think there's a laboratory, so we can run an experiment. And that does... Ooh, the boiler room gets us 3 directions, though. For the same cost, yeah, we're going to run the boiler room. Boiler room has dig spots? Yep. I don't know how. We're just digging straight through concrete. Pebbles. Tin can. And a shoe. Man, that's just bad luck. Try this door first. Okay, they're both locked. Yeah, because we can dead end something here, or potentially get us past the security lock there. A locksmith. Yep. And we're gonna buy the special key and cross our fingers and pray that it's the secret garden key. Otherwise, we have to find the lever and the broken handle. It's the secret garden key. Okay, runs online. So now we need to get back to the wing. So we're gonna go up to the passageway. Try to get something that turns right. Ooh. That stinks. And we don't have tough call, because that's a pretty integral spot right there. Because we need specifically a room that turns north in this spot, and we specifically need a room that turns west in this spot. So that's a terrible room to have to be blind in while drafting. So we're gonna backtrack. We're gonna get this open and see if we can find the mechanical room. Workshop or library turns north. No extra items. You're being very stingy with the extra items. Cloister. Ooh, a great hall. Or we trade 2 gems to get back out to the wing again. The Great Hall is pretty good because we do have the locksmith. We just need more gold. And then this room is going to be locked, so we can use a key. Whenever you draw a dovecote while drafting, you may rotate floor plans. Well, that's pretty cool, even though we don't need it now. Although the Nook is pretty good. Because that gets us into the foundation and gives us 2 more keys, which we are now completely out of. So we're going to dig in the foundation, and then I guess we can play the game of which of the 3 doors in the Great Hall actually leads out to the door. Give me a key. You're amazing. Give me another key. Oh, I mean, a brick could work as a key if utilized properly. Coins. Coins is not bad, because coins can buy us more keys. Let's see if any of these are unlocked. Because now we need to start thinking about how we're going to get north to the antechamber. Alright, so we're going to play the game. Which door goes straight? 1, 2, or 3? What the hell? There's a lever in the Great Room? Okay. I'll take it. I mean, that solves one of our problems. Is there always a lever in the Great Room? I mean, I guess it would make sense. This is like a game of chance. So even if you get the Great Room, you still need potentially up to 6 keys in order to actually find that lever. But damn, okay. So we know where one of the extra levers is. Although... it opened this side. Which I guess is kind of good because that's the side that we're advancing on. So I guess we don't need to get out here now because we no longer need the secret garden. Now we just need to make sure that we don't dead end ourselves before we get up to the antechamber. We need something that turns north. The chapel. Whatever. I mean, if we absolutely have to buy some more keys, we can smash the piggy bank. Oh, there's oh, we just got more coins there and more coins here, so that was an overall profit for us. Ah. Nothing over there. Nothing over there. Another key would have been amazing. Alright, we need something that goes straight. Showroom. Workshop. Workshop. Workshop, workshop, workshop. Yeah. Because the chapel's literally right here, so I'm just going to back up 1 step, and now we have 44. We did waste some steps, though. Probably not the most efficient idea. We don't really have anything worth combining. Alright, so now this is the moment of truth. We need something that turns to the west. Or this whole run. I guess we could back... No, because we don't have any key. Well, we have 45 gold, so we could potentially go back to the locksmith and buy some keys. But then we would have to be able to get the secret garden and get up to the antechamber on the west side. So we're just going to cross our fingers and hope something turns left. You're amazing. This is the run. And we get 2 more keys. 20. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. Divided by 8 is... Where's 2? 2. 5 squared is 25. Minus 20 is 5. Oh, key card. Okay. We're doing it. Okay, so now we have enough steps. We're going to take the basement key. We should be able to get down into the foundation, unlock that basement door, go through the basement to get into the rest of the underground, go over and pull the lever for the north side of the antechamber, and then boom. We'll be ready. It's time. Let's finish this. This is the... I can hear the final run music from Outer Wilds playing in the background. Oh, well, we have the key card, so... But it doesn't matter, because we're unlocking this door. Yes. The last place in the underground we don't have access to. Whoa. We're gonna have to do a little exploring here. I see a button up there. Can't reach it. Wait, are we trapped in here? Does your arm move? Who is this? Who do you represent? It looks like you need to have a book placed in your arm. There's a tinier statue here. You have a book. Can I have that book? Who is this? Oh, this can be moved out of the way. I don't know how much we want to move it. Do we want to move that all the way through here then? Is there a point? What's with all the brickwork? Still need to get up to that button. I want to press it. You can't leave a glowing green button out of my reach. Oh, does this go up and down? For what? That'll bridge a gap. Okay, so this is definitely a puzzle to get to that green button. We have to figure out where it starts, though. So where can we actually get up onto the boxes to start this puzzle? Here? No. Here? That would be too easy. Okay, so we're backtracking. So we need to get across this. I'm guessing we pushed that forward. Well, no, because if this is here... Oh, I see. We have to back this up to here. Here-ish. Right there. And then we need something to get us from here to here, which would be this. So we grab this. And we put this here. And then push this in the rest of the way. And then we can grab this and push this forward. Where? That gets us like here. And we can't really, I mean, I guess we can pull this back some more. Like right there. Nope. Nope. Okay, so now we're impacting this. Uh-oh. Did I break it? Oh, thank God. It feels like it has to be here. I don't know where else it would be. Unless it's like here. We have a thing here, but we can't. Oh, we have to go around. Oh, there's the start. Okay. Oh, never mind. What? How do you get to that then? We have to get on top of this. The smashable wall over there. We don't need another item to get through that, do we? Hopefully that's something that opens up when we finish this. Oh, wasn't there... On the floor plan we saw, like right around here, there was... And we need to get the lights on or something, but there was a map marker that said buried floor plan somewhere right around this corner. No, one mystery at a time. So let's start from the beginning. So we go up. Okay, so we need something here. So let's back this up. It's a shame Simon was not born with the ability to climb small distances. Climb onto small objects. And then we need another thing here, which is going to be this cart. Hopefully it doesn't impact this. Grab, push. It does not. But we're in kind of a sticky situation now because we have to push that farther forward, push this out. Because once we put that in place, it's going to trap us in there. Like so. Okay, so here's step one. Climb over, climb down. Now we can push this out. And there's only one place this can go, right here. But now we need to reuse both of these pieces. So we're going to pull that back there. This has got to be just to turn the lights on, right? Oh, we probably need that too, don't we? Boop. Because we're going to get to right, like... Yeah, following it on the right there. Boxes, boxes, boxes. Oh, there's another ladder back there too. So maybe like right here? There's a thingy here. Suspicious pipes going into the wall. Antechamber entry controls. North lever underground. Yeah, we know where that is. That would be a pretty cool thing to discover early, though. East lever, Great Hall. Okay, so that's always... Huh, for some reason I thought that was the greenhouse. South... Oh, the south lever is the greenhouse. And the west lever is the secret garden. 100 Bells, Sandy Heights, 5 p.m. Well, we know 100 Bells from the Reddington book. That's it. Is this something we need the magnifying glass to fully comprehend? Huh. Okay, well, somebody from the Sinclair estate had a clandestine meeting with somebody at the 100 Bells. Are we going to be able to make that jump? Yes. Okay. All right, no reason to go that way. Let's just finish this off. We're going to go to the button. Oh, secret passage. Okay, so hopefully that stays open permanently. Because then we can just go straight from the start of the game underground and get to... Oh no, you're kidding me. Well, we can still rotate this, right? Yeah, okay. It's not nearly as big of a disaster as I thought it was going to be. Otherwise, we have to go back up into the house, run all the way through the house. Yeah, because we need to be able to get here. Then come back, spin this twice, and then go back around again. Yep, okay. Oh, I forgot about this. But either way, we need this out of the way. Can we just get rid of this? This thing is annoying. Let's see, is that still open? That is still open, so that's permanent. So far, the only thing we've seen down here that's not permanent is the tomb entrance. You can't get back into the tomb from the basement unless you have the tomb. Serene little boat ride before continuing towards our destiny. Okay, so now we can rotate this 2 more times. Run through this passage. And we're connected. We're so close. Let me through. Let me in. Flip that thing. It's ready. It's right there waiting for us. We got the final run music kicking. So I'm expecting there's gotta be more to the game after this, because there are so many puzzles that we just don't have. Oops, we don't have all of the clues for. We've only got like 2 of the red notes. Do we put this back while we're here, just in case we have to make another? No, we can leave that there, right? That's where we want it. Yeah, because we'll come down from the fountain entrance and then, yeah, we can pass right through. Okay. That's exactly where we want it. Now, I wonder about the boat. Is the boat gonna reset, or is it gonna stay there? We're gonna be kind of screwed. Okay, so chapel, workshop, billiards room. We're ready. Silence.
There was once a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. He didn't see the birds or the changing of the leaves, and he never saw the sights of life's many symphonies. He couldn't see beyond the red shade, he was aware. He never caught a glimpse of the world I had to share. one day the prince saw something new. And if you look closely, you might see it too. The skies parted and the clouds withdrew. The prince had a new favorite color. The color blue.
Yo, so that was the crown that was stolen from the Royal Museum? Obviously it was missing its gems, but... So that would imply that the Brothers of Blackwater, or whatever something of Blackwater, the resistance group, which we can assume that our mother was associated with since she was anti-royalist and somewhat implied to be involved with that heist. So they brought the crown to Mount Holly Estate and then convinced somehow our granduncle to hide it? Then it was left as a gift for us, I guess, to inspire us to take on the mantle of the resistance, perhaps? We'll have to get into the rest of the red notes, I'm imagining, to really get some more context here. Lots to think about now. I wonder, are we going to be allowed to explore that room, or is it going to stick us back at the beginning of another day? We will have to see when the credits finish rolling. Special thanks to Cyan. And now we have the Sinclair family logo set in blue. So we can assume at some point Sinclair was convinced to also become a secret rebel. No, I wanted to explore the room. Mount Holly, your new home. 21 excavated tick spots. Items found 3, steps taken 71, blah, 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 blah. Your new home. I guess save and continue. If it's just going to stick us back at the beginning of another day, though, we're going to call it there. The next day. Okay, so now the days don't matter. Oh, and we have something waiting for us. Open only in the event of inheritance, and another stamp that we can't look at. Dear Baron, are we a Baron now? Dear Baron, welcome to Mount Holly, your home. I still remember the first time I was addressed by my title. I was quite a bit older than you, but it still felt strange, especially after a lifetime of hearing my father addressed daily by that same title. But life is a journey of growth. Growing up, growing older, growing wiser, and in our case, growing into the Baron of Reddington. The Baron doesn't have to be a daunting figure. He could be quiet and unassuming, or loud, brash, and boisterous. He could be deceptive or trustworthy, humble or boastful, or any measure of other things, but always clever. When I inherited Mount Holly, I never had to prove myself. They just gave me the keys and left it at that. It felt too easy, too trivial, and very undeserved. Experience comes with time, but without validation. I spent the better part of my youth questioning myself. And as I grew older, that lack of conviction and aimlessness amplified. I never really had any goals or objectives to strive toward. I never had any dreams to realize. I never set my sights on something beyond the horizon. I never had a Room 46 to reach. And now that you have reached your goal and are basking in your well-deserved glory, shiny trophy in hand and showered with accolades and titles, will you be content to stop there? Or will you look to the horizon and wonder what dreams lie ahead? Ovin Navarre, Herbert S. Sinclair. We have seen that on the floor of the Rogue Moon room underground. Still no idea what it means. We're gonna poke our inheritance trophy in recognition of completing your bequest. Trophies earned will be permanently added to the where's the trophy room? But yeah, we're not gonna do another run. I will end it here, and then since we're not gonna save this day, we'll probably have to redo this again for the next episode, but we can just skip past it. But either way, I want to get a good shot of the house back here that we have spent so much time and so many episodes exploring, finally reaching the end, and we will have to see what else lies beyond the end credits. But that's going to be for the next episode. So if you've been enjoying this episode of Blueprints, hit like and hit subscribe. If you want to play Blueprints for yourself, head on over to Steam and pick it up. And if you have any tips, tricks, something I should look for now that we have rolled credits, let me know in the comments down below. But whatever you do, I will see you right here again in the next one. So until then, bye-bye. That was good timing.